this video can get 5 likes within a week, then I'll have the next part out sooner rather than later. So if you do, don't forget to hit the like button. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga Section. I'm here today to bring you what if Ace, Sabo, and Luffy all joined on the one crew part 3. So now, like I just said, this is part 3. So if you haven't seen the other parts, I would advise going back and watching part 1 or part 2, or even if you need just a quick little recap, go back and watch part 1 and part 2 so you're familiar with the changes. There hasn't been a lot so far, but so you're familiar with the changes so there's no confusion, sorry, while going into part 3. Now with that all said, I am now going to jump into part 3. So we'll start things off obviously where we left off in the last installment, and we have the ASL Pirates, Luffy, Ace, Sabo, and now Zoro on sea making their way to the next island, and they're all starting to feel a bit hungry. We have Ace asking Sabo, him being the navigator for the crew, when are we going to reach the next island? Sabo then responds, oh no. And then Luffy's like, no, what kind of navigator are you? If you don't know this, what kind of navigator are you? And then that's when Sabo responds, there's not much he can do without a map. So Luffy sees a bird flying above him, and he has the idea in his head that he can catch that so they'll be able to eat. But in his attempt to catch said bird, he ends up getting caught himself. The bird now flying away with Luffy. The rest of the ASL pirates are in a slight little panic and decide that they need to chase after Luffy. So they start paddling frantically in their boat, trying to catch up to Luffy in this bird. During this time, however, they accidentally, unintentionally save cannon fodder members of Buggy's crew. And it's through these members of Buggy's crew that we find out about Captain Buggy and his devil fruit, and how Nami tricked them into stealing their boat, because obviously they're in the middle of the sea, and so they were wondering why exactly that was. So now flying over Orange Town, Luffy is shot out the sky and tricked into fighting some members of Buggy's crew. Nami, who decided to stay and watch the fight, is impressed by Luffy's strength, and after the fight then asks Luffy to join her, while introducing herself as Nami the pirate robber. So Nami asking Luffy to join her, with Luffy saying no. He starts to walk away, with Nami following him, asking him why exactly he won't join, and also questioning him about his hat. We then flip over and we get our introduction of Buggy, and it's during this time we find out about his insecurities regarding his nose, and we get a glimpse into his devil fruit ability. So Nami and Luffy break into someone's house, and they basically have a talk here. Nami starts off by saying that how Buggy runs this town, and she also mentions his devil fruit ability, but Luffy is barely listening to anything that she's saying. She also goes on to mention about how she only steals from pirates, why exactly she's doing this, and also mentions going to the Grand Line to make some more money quicker than she is currently doing so. But like I said, Luffy is barely listening to any of this. Nami asks Luffy once again to join her, but Luffy is saying no. Basically fed up with this conversation, he gets up and starts to walk away, but Nami, adamant on getting Luffy's support, she follows him, still trying to convince him, but eventually she ends up giving up. So back with Buggy now, Buggy's men has gone back to Buggy to report that they have failed in catching Nami, and this upsets Buggy. During this time, they also mention Luffy and address Luffy as Nami's boss. Buggy, being mad at the failings of his 3 men, decides to shoot them before sending out more men to not only find Nami, but also find the one with the straw hat, also obviously referring to Luffy. So the rest of the ASL pirates finally make it to Orange Town, and it's Ace's decision that they should split up to look for Luffy. Ace heads towards Buggy with the members of Buggy's crew that they found, while the others split up and go their own separate ways. So the Buggy pirates storm the town, each in small groups, bumping into members of the main cast. Luffy beats his opponents in a low diff fight. Same with Zoro and Sabo. Nami, however, loses a fight mid-difficulty before being captured and taken back to Buggy. Before defeating his opponents, however, Ace is able to find out that Luffy is not with Buggy. So during Ace's fight, the members of Buggy's crew that were saved by the ASO pirates run off to Buggy to warn him that if Luffy is as strong as his crew, then the members that Buggy has sent out will not be strong enough to defeat them. This is where Buggy decides to send out Myoji and the sword guy. Luffy still runs into the pet shop meeting Chocho. While trying to get him to play, he bites him. The mayor still appears, explaining the importance of the pet shop to Chocho. Shortly after that, Moji will still appear, and Luffy vs. Moji will start and finish here and then. This is because, unlike the original story, Moji was fixated on Zoro. This time, Moji doesn't even know Zoro is here. So after being hit through the house, Chocho defends the shop, but before Moji can destroy it, Luffy will make his way back, finishing Moji in the exact same way as the original story. Chocho will thank Luffy for defending the shop while Luffy is walking away. While he is walking away, the mayor will ask Luffy, "Where are you going?" and Luffy will respond to that saying, "To find his crew." Zoro runs into the sword guy and beats him in a low difficulty fight, much quicker than he does in the original story because Zoro doesn't suffer the injury at the hands of Buggy. By now, Buggy is getting frustrated and he decides to take matters into his own hands. Sabo bumps into Ace shortly before Buggy finds both of them. Ace and Sabo play rock, paper, scissors to see who will get the opportunity to fight Buggy, to which Ace wins. Just before the fight can break out between the two of them, the mayor appears, ready to fight Buggy. He expresses his love for the town and why he must fight. Sabo will respond to that, saying he respects all of that, he understands where he's coming from, but they've got a bone to pick with Buggy first. He also goes on to say that if the mayor tries to get in their way, he will have to go through Sabo first. So during all of this, Nami's been brought back to Buggy's hideout. Obviously, Buggy is not there at the time, so she's left under the watchful eye of the members of Buggy's crew. She's able to convince them to let her free before going on to steal all of their treasure. Luffy and Zoro meet up with Ace and Sabo, similar to when Nami tied down Buggy pieces for Luffy when they fought in the original story. Luffy comes back holding a piece of Buggy, saying, "Hey, look what I found," which allows Ace to deliver the final blow. So overall, the fight between Ace and Buggy is a mid-difficulty fight, only because of Buggy's devil fruit ability. So at times, Ace would have had a little bit of trouble just landing a hit on Buggy. So in this scenario, instead of being sent flying, Buggy's only knocked out and tied up. Because unlike in the original story, the mayor isn't knocked out by Luffy, they don't have to run away when the villagers come back. Instead, the mayor will explain to everyone how the ASL pirates saved the town and thank them. Ace will accept the thanks but admit that he wasn't really doing it for them. He will tell them that he was just looking for his brother and the Buggy pirates got away. After explaining that to the mayor and the villagers, he would tell the rest of his crew, "You know what, it's time to go," before they start to make their way towards the docks. As they're doing this, Zoro will suggest to the mayor and the villagers, "You may want to call the Marines because you can cash in on any wanted pirates that Buggy has in his crew." So back at the docks, the ASL pirates will realize that they have been robbed. That big barrel of money that they've had since part one is gone. It is now in the hands of Nami, who would have left them a note explaining to them, "Yeah, I will be blind, but I do appreciate the help you was to me during this time. So for those reasons, I have left you a map of the Grand Line." This will have some annoyance for the crew members, especially Ace towards Luffy, because Ace was under the impression that it was Luffy's job to guard said money, but they'll quickly get over it and then sail off on the next adventure. So this is where I'm going to leave part 3. Let's try again for 5 likes, just a measly 5 likes within a week of this video's release, and then I will have part 4 out a week prior to that. So that may have sounded a bit confusing, but I will leave the exact info on the screen right now for you so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But let's just get 5 likes within a week and then we'll see part 4 sooner rather than later. That's exactly what I'm saying. On this one, you know, comment in the comment section. I want to know how you feel exactly about Nami's not being part of the crew right now. She won't be sailing with them at all. I was a bit back and forth with it, but in all honesty, it seemed like the right thing to do at this moment. Luffy only asked Nami to join the crew in the main story because he needed a navigator. He doesn't need a navigator now because he has Sabo, so it only seemed like the right thing to do. I was going to let Nami sail with them into the next arc, but I decided against that as well. So if you are a Nami fan, I am sorry, you will not be seeing Nami again in the story in the near future. At least I don't hope you. I don't think you will. But like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.